welcome, family members. Claire D. Colheim here. Hi. Claire D. Colheim. Hey, y'all. Oh, I forgot to give y'all this one too. Well, let me do that. Let me rewind it back. Let me rewind. There we are. I keep forgetting. How can I keep forgetting? Welcome, everybody. Today is Thursday. We call it Theater Thursday, where we talk to some of my friends, some of my closest friends, about what it's like to be in theater and how theater has opened up doors for them in other avenues of life. And I'm super excited today that we have my brother, my big bro, Curtis C. Jackson, y'all. Yeah. Yes. And let me say this before I bring Curtis on. Curtis has been, from the moment we met, he has always been somebody who departed love into me. He just encouraged me as an actress. He taught me, he chastised me, and I loved every minute of it. When I was out of town, I would and come back to Memphis, I would always come by and make sure I see and spend some time with my brother from another mother, because he is always departing into me. And as an actress, I continue to grow, and I can't say that it's all of my own, but because so many people, I'm so blessed to have so many people around me who see something in me that they're willing to share that with me. So thank you so much, Courtesy. That's my flower to you. And before we get started with that, y'all know with Theater Thursday, we have a little bit of theater information, and I do my opening spiel. So let me get started with this spiel. Go ahead and like and follow Claire D. Colheim here on Facebook. On Periscope, it's just Cole Obama. And on YouTube, it's just Claire Colheim. Where is it? Claire Colheim, no D. Yes. I want to thank my previous guests for stopping by: Kanisha, Kristen, Nakisha, Kia, Noelia, Marcus, J. Jerome, Amelia, Ebony, and Tamara for always supporting and for being so giving of their time and their talents and their information to each and every one of us who have partook. Is that a word? Partaken in the knowledge and the experience that they have freely shared with us. Yes. I want to tell you, if you want your streams to be popping, I got to go up a little. If you want your streams to be popping, go ahead and go to bit.ly/streamyard.com, StreamYard-CDK. Here it is right here. bit.ly/StreamYard-CDK. If you want your streams popping like this, popping like this. Y'all, I also want to give a shout out to my good friend, my best friend, Monica Settles, who always supplies me with jewelry. So let me give her a shout out. I don't know what's going on with this today, and I said I was going to get the extenders, y'all, so then I can really make it pop. Oh, y'all won't know my name, baby. Ooh-wee. When I get them extenders. Don't worry. I'm just Monica, thank you so much, sis. And this is just a lovely piece right here. It really is. So thank you so much, my sister. Thank you. And I know I've been slacking. But my pen pals, I'm sorry, I am. It's in my planner to write you all this week. So thank you all. For those who want to be pen pals, go ahead and take a screenshot. And we can be pen pals too together. Yes. All right, y'all. I got a couple of theater announcements and some theater news for you all. My friends are going to be, they produced and they will be doing, it's called Love in the Time of Quarantine. Leslie Odom Jr. and Nicolette Robinson will be starring in this. It's on Freeform, and it's going to be happening the 22nd and the 23rd. So let me go ahead and set this up so that y'all can hear this trailer.
What are we doing with all this time? Let's do this.
To what?
Have a baby. Why aren't you attracted to me?
How did you know that you guys were right for each other?
I think we should tell Sophie the truth.
Oh my god!
I feel like we're more connected than ever. I was just admiring your lemons on your tree.
Yes. Yes. That was too cute, y'all. I gotta tell you the truth. That is too cute. So they will be that will be on Freeform August 22nd and August 23rd. So if you don't have Freeform or Hulu, go ahead and download the apps. But these are two amazing actors that I have had the pleasure of working with, just Nicolette, and she's amazing, and Leslie, just knowing them and their union and just seeing them go to higher heights is just exciting to me. So I'm excited for them. Make sure you support love in the time of Corona. I said quarantine, but it's Corona. All right. Let me see if there are any other theater news. I don't think so. So without further ado, let me get the sound back to where I need it to be. Let me introduce to some and present to others my big bro from another mo, Mr. Curtis C. Jackson. Hey, brother.
Hey, baby. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I'm doing fine. I hadn't been doing anything. I'm rearranging my room a little bit to put my sewing room on the other side because everything is in my room. So I'm in my office right now, and then I'll move to the other side of the bed and I'll be in my sewing room.
Okay. You know what? For those of you all who don't know, when I bring a guest on, I talk to them before the show about some of the things that, what to expect on the show, we talk about this, whatever. But I was talking to Curtis the other day. We talked for about an hour. It was so good to talk to you.
Yeah.
And you told me a little bit about sewing, and you sewing masks for people here in Memphis in the area. Can you go ahead and talk a little bit about that?
Yes, Becky. She's a nurse. I think she's over the nursing program at UNL. I mean, not UNLV, at the University of Memphis. And she got together a group of people to make face masks for senior homes, different doctors' office. And I went, great. If I don't have to go out and look for it, it's wonderful. And so they just bring material and I sew masks. I think the last group I got 140 that I
Wow.
sent.
Wow.
So they come by, pick it up, drop more fabric, and I send it away.
Say that last part again.
It's good.
Can you hear me?
But they come and pick it up. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Come and pick it up.
They come and pick it up and bring me back more fabric, and it's great. And I just take my time and do just sew.
I love it. You are also a very good cook, and you're
I
so
love to
giving. Like
cook.
I was, yes, you were so giving and shared so much with me. You even lent me for a long time a cookbook from
Yes.
that was in your family for many years.
My
Yeah.
mother's River Road cookbook.
Yes. And so when we were talking, you had mentioned getting some beans. So I got some beans, but then I went to Family Dollar and I got this too.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yes. So I am
Yes.
excited. I'm excited to put them together. These are kidney beans, red kidney beans. So I hope that that'll work and add to this is Blue Runner
Uh-huh.
Creole cream style red beans. original. And
Yes,
for those of you who don't know, Curtis, will you just let us know where do you originally hail from?
I'm from Baton Rouge originally. I was born in New Orleans, and I was raised in Baton Rouge. But I tell people all the cities between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, because I have family in just about every city. I'm from there because I
Okay.
spent summers in a little place called Convent, Louisiana. On one side is the levee, on the other side is houses.
Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
So my cousins live 63rd house on the River
Whoa.
Road. I never knew the
Wow.
address. I just knew it was the 63rd house.
That's when you know that town. It's the
Yeah.
63rd house over there on the River Road.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we got some people here. Let me see. We got Chris Berryman Mitchell all the way from California. Yay! Praise the Lord, First Lady Claire, Brother Curtis, and family members with lots of love from California. Thank you, sis. You say we look cute. Yes, too cute, brother and sister. Hey, Deborah, good to see you. Hey, Rika. Hey, Rika. All right, so let's go ahead and get started into this. What I like to let me see if I can share this. Um, there are some things that people would be it would interest people to know about you. You've done, in my opinion, almost every aspect of the arts, and I venture to say that let me see, is it this one? Can you see this? Can you see this?
Wait, no.
No?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like Courtesy Jackson, this is your life. Yes. So let's get started and talk a little bit about your career. Can you tell us how did you get started? Actually, first, I'm sorry. You did a show recently during the time, like we talked about that television miniseries that's coming up on Freeform. You
Yes.
love in the time of quarantine. You did a show during this time of quarantine. Can you talk a little bit about that whole experience of actually putting on a show? What were the stipulations? What y'all do? How'd y'all get that done?
Oh, okay. It was St. Polly's Delight. It was an original script, and we got to do the show because it won the playwriting contest, so we didn't have to pay any rights on it. It was real weird a little bit because it's about a gay relationship, and everything. So we did the 6 feet. The rehearsal space was on the fifth floor of the playhouse. No one was out in the room but us, and they would sanitize it every day. And then we were just trying to figure out how to do things 6 foot apart, how to develop that relationship, how without getting too close. And we might have cheated a little bit. We might have been 4 foot instead of 6 foot,
Yeah,
but it
like the
was it was
stories.
just that. Yeah, and then we had to debate about wearing a mask, and we ended up not wearing masks, but we were far enough apart. Like it was one part where I'm getting a back massage, and I went, okay, I'm okay with it because I'm faced away from him. He is up over me, so I can. It's okay. We can do it. So
Okay,
it,
wow.
it was really interesting. It was really
I, I
interesting.
I always feel like trying to get these things done is always a bit of a it's always a bit of a challenge, but I saw the production. I enjoyed it. I laughed. I LOL'd, laughed out loud. And so I appreciate that you were even able to do it. Briefly, I want to touch upon all the people who just love you, who are constantly supporting you, and who love on you. And I want to bring on one of my dear hearts. This lady, I love her so much. And I want to surprise you with.
Hey, baby.
Yeah. Can you unmute? Courtney, can you unmute?
Sorry,
There
everybody.
you are. Go ahead.
Hello.
How you doing?
just wanted to say I love you, and I'm watching Claire love on you, and it's really fun.
I love you to death.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything you do for us. It makes my heart happy that you're here.
Courtney is the reason why I'm back in Memphis.
Oh,
Because
really? I didn't know.
when I came back to do gospel at Colonna's, I was here and I came in and she go, "Oh, we're so glad to see you. Why don't you just move back here?" And I went, I said, I don't know. I said, I got a job there. And we went on the rehearsal and every night during rehearsal, you need to move. And
She
that's
would say,
the time moving back here.
you
When
need to
it's
move
time.
back here.
Yeah.
Huh?
How do
So what?
you
So
how do
Courtney,
you know Courtney? What was your
we
first
just
show
met.
together?
Um, I think I came up when I came up to do the show about the preacher.
Yeah. What
We live here. We live on. We live
We
here.
live here.
was?
Oh wow.
I think that was it when because I came to do the show. I came back to do the show, and that's when I first met Courtney.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I thought you guys went back.
No,
Uh-uh.
we'll go back. So I've
No.
known about
Well,
this for years,
Hmm.
but
yeah,
we don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you work at Playhouse, everybody they always think you know each other, so you keep hearing about everybody.
Yes.
I knew you before I met you.
Oh, look out. Look at you. I knew you and
Yeah.
I was waiting for you. I was like, where this brother at? Oh man. Well, Courtney, thank you so much for dropping by and showering Curtis with love. I
Thank you for
appreciate
doing
you, my
this, and
sister.
thank you for choosing Curtis. And it's really fun to watch. And we love you. I love you. Everybody loves you here.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
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 Yes, it's so cute to see that you and Courtney, you just like literally what was it, a few years ago
It's
just
been five
met.
years now. It's been about 5 years.
5 years. Since
Yes.
wow. I I thought it was long. I literally thought it was longer. I thought it was
Nope.
years. Hmm.
Nope.
Well, let's see. Let me go back to this right here. So you have so many people, and even in your own family, like just the love. This picture right here is of me and your family.
Oh,
They treated me with so much love. I was like, this is like the female version of Curtis. It was just like having you like
well, you've
right
been
there.
adopted.
Yeah. Yeah, I was adopted into your family. Oh man. All right. So
You have
let's
been adopted.
I love your family so much and I appreciate everything, all the love that they constantly give me. So let me go ahead and won't you just tell us a little bit, how did you get started? And I want to express that, that you've done theater and film and television. How did you get started in all of this?
Well, really, I didn't get started in theater or anything until '77. I went to the Air Force, and it's a show I always remember. I was in Bossier City, Louisiana, and somebody said they need some people to sing because I was always a singer, and they go they need some singers in this show, and it was this company called the Peter Pan Players,
Oh,
and what they would do is they would get it was before Disney started doing movies, and they get the synopsis, and then basically it's supposed to rewrite the script, but they just sit down and watch the movie. So it was the show Robin Hood. Disney did
yeah.
Robin Hood, and all the characters were foxes and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I was a fox in the chorus of a Robin Hood, and I was doing this. I go, well, wait. I mean, I can sing and I can dance and I could do everything, and that's when I started doing theater. So it wasn't until 75, 76.
But your time in the Air Force, that was 72 to 78?
Yeah, well, technically 72 to 76, and then 2 years
Reserve.
what they call reserve.
Okay. Okay.
So I went to LSU for a year because I wanted to major in music, and my grandparents went. They were paying for it, and they went. You can major in music education.
Sound like somebody grandparents right there.
Yeah, you can major in music. Yeah, you can major in music education.
Yes.
And I just realized I was investigating, and I did it, and I wasn't happy. And then I was told, well, you can go to the service and get the money for school, and you can major in whatever you want to. So I went to the Air Force. I was supposed to be in there for 5 years, and I ended up in Air Force. I was supposed to be in the Air Force for 4 years, and I ended up 6 years.
Oh wow. So where did you I can't recall off of my history where that would be, but that's after Vietnam, right? Way after.
Right at the end of Vietnam. I
Oh,
was
okay.
in Grand Forks, North Dakota. It was ending. I couldn't go to a war zone because I'm my mother's only surviving son.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I didn't get sent, but I was like one of the jobs I had was typing orders for people to go to Vietnam.
Oh
And
wow.
that was kind of hard because you couldn't say anything. And a lot of the guys I knew, and I couldn't
Okay.
say anything to them.
Wow.
So when I typed that, like say I would have typed your orders, I couldn't see you for about a week because I would just I cried a drop of a hat, so I would
Yeah.
just start crying, and they'd be going, "What's wrong with you?" And I go, "Oh, I'm sorry." So I would just disappear.
Did they
But
know
so
that
I
you,
did that. And I would. Did they know what?
did they know that you were the person who typed up the orders?
No, we
Oh,
wasn't allowed. They just knew I was a clerk, administrative clerk in that office,
okay.
so I could be
Wow.
doing anything. And then
Anything.
they would get it was that, and then they would get different clerks around the base at different time to type those orders, so that they never nobody it wasn't anybody doing it all the time. The same
Yeah.
person.
Okay. Gotcha. 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 So you started in theater after you
After
had
that,
already been into the military.
yeah, I was a singer in the military.
Wow, how cool is that? How was
I,
that experience?
That was I went. Oh God, it was great. I went from Grand Forks,
Yes.
North Dakota, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, to Grand Forks, North Dakota,
Wow.
which was a different experience. And then I went from Grand Forks, North Dakota to Adama, Turkey, and I lived in Turkey for 18 months,
You lived in
18,
Turkey for
19 months.
18, 19 months? Wow.
Yeah. And while I was there, I sung. I won a talent show. From the talent show, I got to go to England for the finals. Um, I got second place in the finals. It wasn't just me; it was a group. I was in a group, and we went on a mini U.S. tour of Europe, and then I go back to Turkey.
So you did a
So I
tour
got to
in Europe
travel
and then
through
got to go
Europe.
back because of this talent show?
All of it because of the talent show.
Wow. Lynette says,
And
"This
then
is
I went
great,
from,
Claire." It is, girl. I didn't know any of this.
and then I went from Turkey to Korea. And when I
Wow.
was in
How long?
Korea, I was there for a year. But in Korea, it was a black chaplain, and he was the first black chaplain. And he wanted gospel choir. So me and the Masons, these guys, they were like, and put together a gospel choir for him.
So the
And then
black
from the
chaplain
gospel
started
choir came a
the
gospel
gospel
choir.
choir? Wow.
Uh huh. And so from the gospel choir was a small group, and I was in that a quartet, and we used to go around and sing. And
Wow. I did
our
not know
novelty
this.
our novelty was it was a girl with her name was Sister Rose. Sister Rose was 6'1", and she sung
What?
bass. Yeah. And here I was 6'1", and I sung soprano. So we would be singing, all four of us singing together, and the Koreans, all of them, everybody go, and then her and I would step out and sing, and it would just freak them out. Because here she is
Yes.
way down here with notes that I could never hit, and I'm
Right.
singing soprano up on top.
Yes, yes. So but for someone who started, for someone who started in this career path later in life, you've done an amazing amount of work. Like these, I just love these pictures from your photo shoot with Carla McDonald. Um, but you've done so many shows, and these shows are just the shows you and I were in, just a few of
Right,
them.
right.
Let me tell you, I stalk the Facebook after someone confirms. I have over maybe 50 pictures of you in different shows, and I was like, I don't know these people. Maybe I should put them in. But and I was like, let me put the ones I know. But you have such an amazing. Okay, so so after you got out of the military and you had done the talent show and you started in the gospel choir and then you started doing theater as one of the foxes in the ensemble.
Right.
Where was the next step? Like, how did you go from there? And how
I
old were
went to
you at that
school.
time?
I was 27. I was
So you,
27 when I got out the Air Force.
wow.
And then I went to school. I was offered a scholarship to Centenary College, a small Methodist college, the oldest college west of the Mississippi.
Okay, I hear you. That's what they all said who went to that school.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. On the highest of seven hills, FAMU Rattlers will strike. Yeah, I know. They make you say
And
that.
and then but I went because even though it was a religious school, but it was a liberal arts college. I went because they paid for it.
Oh yeah.
I
The
got I got a scholarship.
yeah, I would go too. I would go too.
So everybody go, oh, you went to Centenary, that small private college? Yeah, I didn't pay for it, but I
Yeah,
went.
debt free. I heard that.
And so I started my education late, and so I always tell people, I said, I'm just getting started in this because they always go, oh, you're a little older. I go, I'm just starting out. I'm just a
Yeah.
baby.
My goodness, this is the first that I'm hearing of this because I also started in my late 20s. I was 28 when I went to Boston Conservatory. So I was just getting a lesson. So it's so encouraging to hear this because, sometimes people feel like when they start at a later point in life that they've missed the mark or they've missed the chance or the
No,
opportunity is not there for them. But you are a prime example of the plethora of opportunities that continue to come for you. How are you able to maintain all of that in that short period of time? Like, honestly, from the end of your 20s when people are just like giving up on their dreams, you had just started. What was
I
their mindset
I
there?
was I was always my grandmother, who I give my all, who made me who I am. She was a spiritualist, and I could be, and I can do anything I want at any time I want it.
Hmm.
Every morning for about, pretty much every morning for about 18 years, she would come in and she'd say, baby, it's time for you to go out and meet your great.
Oh, wow.
Get up. It's time for you to go meet your great. Because every
Wow, that's
morning you
nice.
can wake up and go out and meet a new great you. And that's how I was raised, and I just believed in it.
Yeah. So you just kept that going because when I first
So,
met you, that's one of the things you shared with me was you just go out there and be great.
right. And that's how I
Yeah.
was raised. So it's no age is nothing but numbers. You can turn it any kind of way you want to and be however old you want to. How many people lie and say, "Oh, I'm 21" for the 19th time? You know,
Yeah, right.
it's like
Right.
you haven't looked 21 in 40 years. So stop it.
You haven't looked 21 and 40 is Curtis. You a mess.
So so I accept the greatness. I accept the greatness where I was, and I built on that.
Ooh,
And
that's
when
good.
I graduated, I went and I did theater. I did every show. I did. I didn't focus on anything else. I get a
Yeah.
theater job, and then I would worry about another job. I bartend. I did dinner theater in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I did dinner theater in Florida. I did the national tour driving Miss Daisy. I just did theater. For 12 years, I moved every year to
Wow.
so I can do theater.
Wow. So what is it about theater that draws you in so deep, that drew you in so deeply, that made you want to just pursue it so rigorously, so viciously, so focused like?
It was after I graduated from college, and I was working with this lady, and and I just look at, because she was older, and I kept saying, "Look," I'd say, why do you keep doing this? Why?" And she said, and the first thing she said to me, "When my art changed, my life changed, and when my life changed, my art changed." She said, and it's all one. She said, the one thing about theater being arts is that it all together. It becomes your life. Whenever I do acting, something life changes. So when I continued to do it, it was just because it was my life. It was everything I knew how to do. Everybody go, "Why don't you go to New York?" Because I won't be working every day. I
You
worked for
sure
nine
won't.
months. Yeah, and doing regional
You
theater,
sure
I worked
won't.
9 months every year.
Wow.
I worked 9 months. I always had a job. There was always something,
Wow.
because I got to perform. I got the fact that I can do something and make you experience joy, make you change your mind, make you cry. The fact that I had that much control, it was wonderful, because whenever you felt something, whenever the audience felt something, I did,
Mm.
because I was the one lady. Another actor I had, she said, "You perform for one person. The only person is you perform for them. And while you're standing on stage, you're looking for them.
Mm.
And in that way, you affect everybody that's in the building."
So say that
And I
again.
said,
The
"I want to be in section."
what did
She
she say?
said,
You broke up just a little bit.
she said, "You're only performing for one person. You don't know where they are. They're in the building, in the room, and you just
Mm.
look and watch them. And that way, you affect everybody."
Oh wow. That's
And
good.
I love it. I love it, because I never knew, and so I related to that. People go, "You really relate to the audience," because I'm trying to find that fool that's here to see me.
That's really good advice. As an actor, sometimes we get caught up in, if we find out that someone who's critiquing the show is in the audience, or our family or friends are in the audience, we tend to perform for them. But
Right.
like you're bringing down the house with this, with like, if there's somebody, that one person, then you end up performing for everybody on in that audience, and so it's not just one person, and your life depends and your performance depends on that one person. It's everybody who's benefiting
Right.
from it. Wow, that's
My family,
powerful.
my family have seen me perform before. They see me be stupid. They see me on and off the stage. A critic, that's just one person's opinion. That's one
Yeah.
person there. I'm not worried about them, because either they're
Yeah.
gonna like me or they gonna
Or
hate
they-
me. I'm
right.
gonna go. But it's that one person who might not know anything, who might be sad. It's that one person, and I'm trying to find them. I'm acting, and I'm trying to find that person, and then all of a sudden I'm going, "Oh wait, I got two or three people."
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it.
I tell you, I can honestly say that I have seen that in action, because like I said before, we've done so many shows. Priscilla, Memphis, We Live Here,
Yes.
all the way, Gospel at Colonis, and just seeing how you, sometimes it looks like you just up there having fun. So how are you able to balance the sometimes the audience is drawing you? How are you able to balance all those emotions? Like, you are a silly character, like we were in Memphis, when you were doing the dance, or you're like a posed narrator like in Priscilla, or you're like the blind lead in like Gospel of Colonus. How are you able to balance those different types of characters when you're looking for that one person in the audience?
Because we do that every day. You're not the same all the time. It's
No, ask
and
Kendall, he'll tell you.
that's where my life becomes theater. That's where the two join because you do it all the time. I used to work at Starbucks. One moment I was happy because I had good customers and everybody was smiling, and the next minute I'm going, "Excuse me, who you talking to?"
I know
You
that's
know.
right.
So I find that those emotions for that character, and then I let them run rampant because you never know how you're gonna feel.
Right.
Like I said, I cry at a drop of a hat. I, somebody can call me right now and say something happened, and I'll start crying. I can.
Right.
I watch the Facebook, all the little clips and stuff. I get up every morning and I cry and I laugh. Every morning every morning I get up at 7:30. First I watch Claire at 8,
Hey,
and
80.
and then uh and then I watch shorts. I watch the dogs. I political stuff. I get caught up on everything. Sometimes I sit and cry. I mean, some one morning I just boo-hooed and I said I have to get myself together before I leave off the porch. And then sometimes it's just I laugh. It just all depends. And then I relate that when I act.
How are you dealing with it all in this society that we're dealing with the people who don't want to wear the masks and you're infringing on their rights, and as a black man dealing with the social injustices that are going around left and right? How are you dealing with this?
Like I said, first of all, I wake up every morning and it's a different day. It's a new day. It's new things to happen. And I'm sort of a hermit. So the fact that not going anywhere, being in my room, I'm always doing that. I go to the theater to see people. I go out and do things, but most of the times I'm at home. And I realize along the way, one of the things I used to go to the Center for Spiritual Living. And one day this man said, everybody who speaks to you is God talking. Whether it's good or bad, he might be telling you what not to do. He might be telling you what to do. So when I meet people, I'm going to listen because I want to know, okay, well, God, what you got to say? Oh, I
Yeah.
shouldn't be doing this. Oh, I should be doing this. I just can bring in the things I like and the things I need.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah, that's
it's
good
like this is
advice.
fine. Like I don't I see some people come over to use the pool, so people come over and social distance. We have a great time. You know, I find ways. What do I need to do to make me happy and to share more love?
Mm, that's good right there.
I can't
That's
get
good
mad.
right there.
I like one day this I was standing in Walgreens and this lady was right up on me. And real low, I just started going, you need to move back. You need to move back. Get back. Get back. And all of a sudden, she stopped talking on the phone and she kind of heard me because I got a little louder and I had to add a little extra word in there for it.
Right.
And all of a sudden, she just started moving. Now, whether she thought I was crazy or she heard me, she moved back. I was fine.
Yeah. That's funny. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that myself. You
Cause
need to move back. You need to move back, back, back.
yeah,
That's
because
funny.
people on the telephone they don't pay any attention. I
Yeah.
just really
Yeah.
nice, tell them to move back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's good.
it. I just I like I said I always try to present myself with understanding and love.
Yeah.
And so to do that, to give it, I have to have it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So because some people some people are stupid, and I gotta go, oh, po thing. I feel sorry for you.
Yes. Yes. You also one thing you taught me, like you said, you approach it with understanding and love. That's exactly how you approached it with me when we did our show, Gospel at Colonis, which is this show right here. Um, that you and I did when we first met. What was that, 2015? 2015?
Yeah, I think so.
Something
I
like
think
that.
so.
Or maybe 17.
Yeah.
I can't remember. 2015.
No, it was 15. It's been 5 years. Yeah.
Oh, because 17 was Priscilla.
Yes.
So that was my, okay, yeah, Priscilla. But that's exactly how you approached it. And no matter what it was, you always came at it with love. There was a picture that of you correcting Noelia in the dressing room that I saw on Facebook, and I was like, even when you correct, you do it in so much with so much love. Do you go ahead?
No, you have to. You have to. Like somebody one time, somebody was saying they were rude. They were just being rude and just saying all kind of stuff. And they go, "Say what you want to say." And I'm standing there, and I'm looking at them. They go, "Say it." I said, "I will say it, but I want to find the right words. I want to find the right way to tell you, because if I tell you what I'm thinking, you don't talk to me no more." And he just
Yeah,
looked at me and backed away.
yeah.
I tried. Now I'm better at it. Now I can think of it quicker, but I just think of the right words and how I want to say. Sometimes you have to tell people how it is. Wait a minute, how the cow ate the cabbage. You just have to tell them. And
I
sometimes you have to.
appreciate
I
that.
try. I try to be a little. I try to be nice with it. But if like somebody say what you got to say. I said okay, and I'll say it the way I'm thinking it.
Let me tell you, I used to be that provocateur. Is that the word? I used to provoke my husband and be like, "Say it, say what you gotta say it, Kendall. Don't hold back, say it." And he would like, "You don't want me to say what I'm thinking, so let me
Right.
just take my time." Yeah, yeah. That's very good. I love it. I love it. Hey, Frankwell. Hey, sis. Good to see you. Hey, Sylvia. Hey, girl. All right, let's keep going with your career. So you always approach things with love, and you talk about how you perform for the entire audience, looking for that one person. Do you think that had any merit into you getting into film? Because you've had such a phenomenal film career. I mean, just by going through the IMDb's and the pictures on Facebook, you've done so much, especially in the independent realm. Can you talk about how you transitioned from theater into film?
Well, one of the things I realized, and I had a casting director tell me this. Her name was Mally Finn. She was my mentor, and she was quite famous. She did the Terminators. She did the Titanic. She cast all these shows, and I was going in to audition, and I was doing the typical thing, and I was big and I was bold because I'm in theater,
Yes.
and she said, wait a minute. She said, I want you to we you to do everything
You
on
broke up a
purpose,
little bit. Say that again.
big and bold, do just like you would do. And she put your hand on. She said, I want you to do it just like you would do for theater, just how you would do the role. And she said, just before she said, when you put your hand on the doorknob to come in my office, she said, drop all the action 100% and give me nothing but emotion.
What?
And I went, and that's what I said. What? She said, I all I want is your emotion. She said, because you remember, you in this little box.
Oh,
She
right.
said, if you give me everything emotion, we can build up the physical.
Hmm.
She said, but when you're trying to get me the physical and get emotional, you look like a clown. You overacting. Your hands are going everywhere. She said,
Right.
just give me the intensity. Give me, whether it's funny, whether you cry, give me the emotion. And
Right.
then let's build on the action.
Right. Wow. That's good advice.
$320 a week I'm paying for acting class. Yeah. $320 a week I'm paying for an acting class. 15 minutes she told me that my acting changed.
Wow.
And so
Cause
that's
you,
how I. Uh huh.
I just look at your filmography and just see all the different movies you've been in and all the different just what you've done. I've been trying to, let me just tell you the truth. I've been trying to break into independent acting since I was in at Florida State before I left Florida to go to Boston. And I started there and then just could not break into it. Do you think it had anything to do with your philosophy of, just how you respect people and start everything with love and just, do you think any of that has anything to
It's
do with you going into being able to break in?
it's that's part of it. It's like the movie I did, Patrick.
Mm.
Um, when I had an audition, they told me from Indie Memphis this guy was looking for somebody, so I went and I met with him, and I had this audition, and I went, okay, what am I going to do? I'm nervous. And we sat and talked for about an hour and a half, and he said, well, I think I'm gonna go to you. Let me think about it. I'll call you tomorrow, but I think you got cast. That was my audition. I didn't read any lines. We just sat and talked. And he
Wow.
called me the next day and said, I want you to do Patrick.
Wow.
Because he told me when we were in the process of talking, he told me what he wanted to for Patrick, how he saw Patrick. And then I was thinking, oh, okay, well, and it was like, and he was a little nervous about it because it was something like the saying, the magical Negro. He
Mm-hmm.
said, I don't want him to be the magical Negro. I said, well, then I can't do it. And he said, why? I said, because I am a magical Negro.
Yes.
I am. That's who I am. And so
Yes.
you telling me you don't want me to be me, and then we start talking again. Because I hate when people coin little phrases. I understand why, but sometimes you need to have that emotional, that sympathy, that empathy to do a role. So it makes you seem magical. You shouldn't. I just don't feel it should be a label put on it.
Right.
Sometimes I understand, and like I said, I can understand it, but it's who I am.
Right.
So see, some movies I couldn't be in because they go, I don't want this, and I go, well, okay, this is what I do. This is part of what I do. So call me if you can't find anybody else, but I want you to go find what you want.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's
And most
good.
of the directors, we sit and we talk, and they tell me about what they want for this character, because each time they tell me what they want specifically for this character,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Mm-hmm.
they let me go and collect. Because I mean, I'm 66 years old. I got a lot of experiences. I got a lot of things, so I got to go collect them. I can't give it to you on the spot, but I won't give you everything.
Right. Right.
It's like gospel and Kelowna. Said, what do you want to do? I just brought everything in and threw it there. I remember I was blindfold for 2 weeks
Oh yes, you were
because
blindfolded at Gospel of Colonis. Yeah, for rehearsal.
because people treat you different when you're blind. And the moment I
So
put on
do.
that blind, yeah, the moment you even did it, the moment I put on that
I
blindfold,
sure
all of a
did.
sudden you were there helping me. That's what you
Yes.
gotta have that. And so and so when the show came along, they really were there because I really sometimes I had my eyes closed. Sometimes I just like when I had to walk to the edge of stage and they were supposed to catch me. I looked to make sure I didn't. But
Yes.
so you have to take whether it's movies or theater. You have once you collect all that stuff that you have to take that into rehearsal and throw out there, and then they what they want and what they don't. But
Mm-hmm.
you got okay, this is it. You give them everything. Let them see
How
everything.
how do you balance that? Because sometimes when I'm even in an audition, there are times when I'm there and they're like, Claire, that was really good. Can you do X, Y, and Z? And in my mind, I feel like that's a critique and like they're saying that I'm not good enough. How do you balance that whole ego part or that self deprecating part that makes you feel like you're too much or you're not enough, especially when you're
No,
getting that direction.
think about it like this. They want to see if you can take direction.
Oh, that's good.
That's
That's
all it
really
is.
good.
That's all it
Really
is.
good.
They want to see if you can take direction, see if you can change on a dime. 9 times out of 10, when you walk in, they want what you did from the beginning, but they want to see if you are directable. If
Mm.
you don't show them that you can be directed, if you're going to be an actor who's going to fight, do you want to be bothered with an actor who's going to chase away?
Say that
No.
again.
So
Do
you
you?
have to be directable. It's do you want to fight with an actor who's going to fight you? So
No.
you have to be directable. Try this, try that. That's all they're doing. It's not
Did.
that they don't like you. They just want to see if you can be directable.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
That's good advice for me.
I wanted them to give me stuff. Because like sometime I would go into a TV audition and they said, you have any questions? I said, let me do what I came up with. And then you tell me what you want different.
Mm.
Because I want them to see that I can change on a dime.
Yeah.
I
Well,
want them to do that.
with TV, it's I know because once I found out you were on X Files, how was that audition like? Because TV, theater, and film are completely different in how you perform, right? Or is TV and film like similar?
TV and film are similar.
Okay.
Uh, Theater is a little different. And like I said, the biggest thing with theater is they don't want you to be, most times, they don't want you to be as big. So you have to, and what I mean by big, because in theater we are expressive. We always
Yes.
feeling, a musical when you full of so much emotion that you just sing.
Yeah.
Well, on a movie or TV, you have to be full of emotion, but you don't sing.
Mm.
You have to just keep going. So it's really just making a smaller, a bigger. X Files was one of those unusual situations. The way I rehearsed, they put me with a guy, and he was my partner, BJ, and they had us read. So it was me and BJ, and then it was Antonio Farga, Huggy Bear, and Uncle
Yeah.
Phil from Fresh Prince. They were a
Yes.
couple, and then it was one more, and I can't remember who they were. And I always get excited because when I got the role, I went, I beat out Antonio Farga. I, I beat
Yes.
out Ant- I
And
beat
Uncle
Huggy
Phil,
Bear.
James
Yeah.
Avery. Yes.
And so when I was auditioning, I did crying stuff like that. He said, I want to be bigger. I like up 3 notches. He said, he said, I want you in this little bitty room to do it like you in a 6,000 seat theater, and I'm on the back row, and you got to
Oh.
sell it.
Oh,
I
wow.
said, and the guy BJ, he just looked at me. I said, can you give me a moment? And he said, yeah. And basically, I took a deep breath and went to the theater mind frame, and then I just went, okay, let's go. And I was huge. I mean, at one
Yeah.
point in time, they were kept going back. And he said, okay, all right.
Oh man. Well, I have a little surprise for you in that regard. I have that exact clip from that season 7, episode 12. I told you I go back, I go digging. And I'd like to share this particular X Files with you all. I don't own the rights, but here you go.
Somebody lost a nail.
Nice cone.
Check out this color, Mulder. Blood red.
Who called 911 on this?
Hey, Stephen Eady? Sergeant Paula.
You Stephen Eady?
They're good folks. They usually call us if there's trouble in the neighborhood.
Oh my God, look at this. All these people. We're fine.
Tell us what happened.
Not with me looking like this. Now you should know better than that, Sergeant Paula. When she came up on the camera. Look at here. We heard all this screaming. Peeked out the window, and this boy with crazy hair was having a connection fit all rolled up there by the phone.
You didn't see his attacker?
I'm ready for my close-up. Oh, ain't nobody care about your scabby ass. This police business. Now, I didn't see, what you say? Attacker? No, he was just kind of all rolled up and yelling.
You see anything that look like this?
Ooh, stop.
This?
Excuse me? That's gonna give me nightmares.
So you didn't see anything at all?
No.
Did you see a woman?
Shantara. I know that skanky ass color anywhere. She worked the corner. She on the pipe. So you don't associate, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we should go talk to Shantara then.
Well, I wish you would. That's right. Hey, when I'm gonna get my own TV show? If I didn't care, more than words can say. If I didn't care, would I?
I tell you, that was funny.
That was Edie.
I loved it. And I love everything you said about just being big. And Rika says, this was my show back in the day. Yes, girl. Frank will over here laughing. You killed that scene. Like, you did that scene so much justice. I loved it.
It was fun. It was so much fun. And my biggest claim to fame was I made Mulder laugh, because David Duchovny, that character, didn't laugh much.
Mm-hmm.
And I made him laugh. So
I love it. I tell you, I love your commitment to the art. I love how you just engulf yourself into the character, no matter what the scene, no matter what the show. And I learned so much from you, just how, even off camera, when you talk to me about, film and bringing it smaller and but let's talk about your singing, and where I'm segueing into with this one. So let me go back to sharing this particular screen with you all. So we know you do movies, we know you do television, and I've also had the pleasure of learning about your career as a singer. And you told me about this where they flew you out to San Diego to be a special guest artist for someone else's CD release party. Can you talk about your performance as a singer, like a traveling singer?
I like to sing, and and that was a lot of times. I met a lot of these people when I was in Science and Mind, because people would travel and sing, and I got to sing one time at a center, what they call them, the spiritual centers, and I sung for a friend of mine, and I just started singing, and then people asked me about it, and they go, "Oh, come sing for us." Well, this lady has become one of my really good friends. Her name is Dorothy, and we always call her Doe. And she is beautiful, one of the most beautiful souls you'll ever meet. And she would always have me do her concert. She would go, "I'm having a concert, I want you to sing. If you just come sing one number, that's all I want you to do. You can sing the same number every time. That's all we want you to do." And so when she had this CD release, she said, "I want you," she said, "and it's going to be the CD, but I want you to be part of this. It's for you." And so I had to sing like 5 or 6 songs, and it was us singing. And she's wonderful. She's wonderful.
Wow. Wow. Well, I'm going to put you backstage if you would be so kind as to bless us with your extraordinary voice skills. I would put you backstage while you go ahead and get ready, unless you're ready now.
Oh, I'm ready. That's fine.
Okay.
I
All
I
right.
have my
Well,
word.
yeah, we can tell them about that one when you're done.
Well, and I'm gonna sing one verse. One, I when you asked me about doing something, and and then with the Democratic National Convention and all that, the Black National Anthem just kept going through my head. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands together for Curtis Jackson. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead with it.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicings rise high as the listening sky. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us, facing the rising sun of a new day, of a new day begun. Let us march on to victory, till victory is won. There you
Yes,
go. One verse.
yes, yes, brother, yes. Thank you so much. Yo, let me tell you, I went back on Facebook and was giving you the yes. I went out on Periscope and was giving you yes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're
You're getting
welcome.
all the hearts. You're getting all the hearts. Yes. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. You just getting all the love. I want to ask you, is there anything you'd like to share? Because you've had an amazing career. You've done so much. You've impacted so many people, especially little artists like myself. If there was anything that you could tell us in this battle to just try to make it to the next audition, try to make it through the next rehearsal, try to make it through the next performance or scene or table read. If there's anything you'd like to impart with us, please, was there. I give you the floor right now to share that.
Well, I guess I would say, well, first of all, always be yourself. When you go to an audition, they want you. When you don't get a part, it's not because your talent is bad. You weren't the person they wanted to. They didn't. They wanted it tall or short, whatever. But always be you and always give your everything. Give your everything in that moment,
Yeah.
and always be you. And you're gonna come across these role. All of a sudden, you're gonna be getting role after role after role. In LA, like when you go to California, the thing you have to add to that is if this is your season, or like it's the old black man. Whenever I go out there, it's the old black man in season,
Mm.
or is he younger? It's the skinny girl in season. It's the girl with the big butt in season. But whenever you walk into an audition, it has nothing to do with you. It has to
Mm-hmm.
do with what they're looking for.
That's
Now
good.
I try to go in and be and make them want me. I I give them something. That's why I always say, let me do what I started to do, and then you redirect me.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid. And it's the same thing with theater. Go in and give your all. If you don't give your all, you can't get mad if you don't get cast.
Ooh, that's good right there.
If you
See,
don't
that's
walk
most
in
quarterback.
and give everything you got, why should I cast you? You have half ass in there.
Mm-hmm.
Walk in, give your all in that moment, and know when walk out going, I got it. I've been in an audition where I forgot the words, and let me tell you, I learned how to scat really quick. And they thought they were, and when I finished, he looked at me and went, I've never heard it done like that. That scatting right in the middle was great. I went, thank you.
Yeah. Come on,
I
man.
didn't tell cast that I forgot words and I scat.
Yeah.
Because you got to be on your toes. You got to give your all. And
Yeah.
don't, why get upset?
Yeah.
Because if you don't give your all, that means you didn't get cast because of you, not because of
Right.
something somebody else did.
Right.
So and be you. Just enjoy it. If you're not having a good time, go find another job.
Mm. Mm.
If this
Mm.
becomes a pain, go find another job.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to change. So be happy. I love doing theater. I love doing movies. I love singing. I mean, I love sewing. I'll sew on a costume for you too.
Yep.
This is what I love doing.
I
And
tell you. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
you got to love it. If you're doing it for the money, go find another job.
Go find another job.
Go
Hey,
find another
now you
job.
put him in E flat because that is so true. If you doing theater for the money or even any of it, really, it's going to become
Yeah.
arduous. It's going to become burdensome. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, go find another job. Oh, okay, I'm in the wrong place. But it's just one. And the people you meet in
Yeah.
this business is just, I mean, they become your family.
Yeah.
It's just so great. And so you can argue, you can fight, but you know they're there for you when the time comes.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. Thank you so much. I am truly just one of the many people whose careers and lives you have touched, you have impacted, you have imparted into to make me help me become a better just a better person, a better friend, a better performer. And I just wanted to say thank you so much. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, big brother. That's why immediately you became my theater big brother, like almost the first show we did together. So
Well, thank you. And
yeah,
thank you for all the love, and you know how much I love you. And that boy you married to.
yes, he loves you too. Yes.
But it's just, and it's wonderful, and that's the thing. It's the family that you choose that is so great, and I have chosen some of the best.
Yes,
I
I
have
love
chosen
that.
some of the best. And as my grandmother would say, remember, every morning you're going to wake up and you're going to go out and meet your great,
Yes, I love
because
that.
that's all there is. That's all you want to meet your great. That's all there is.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Well, thank you, big bro, for being here with us. Thank you for blessing us with your gorgeous voice. Thank you for imparting the wisdom, and thank you for the laughs and dropping the gold nuggets for all of us. That and we can apply it honestly, not just in theater, but into life. So, thank you so
Yes.
much for being here. I
And
appreciate you.
thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Love you. Bye bye.
I love you, my darling.
Y'all. That was my big bro in the theater world. What up, what up, what up with it? Yes. This is my sister from the same mother, Mister. My sister, yes. Wasn't that a great voice, sis? I tell y'all, this was a very, very important, let's be clear about it, for me, because Courtesy honestly is like a big brother to many of us in the theater world. Many of us can't, he talks to us, he imparts, he drops the knowledge, and he really does do it with a genuine heart. And that's why I had to share my big brother in the theater, in the arts world, in life, with you all, because what he shared with us today not just can impact you in theater or on film or in television, but also in your day-to-day walk. So thank you so much to Curtis for being here. Thank y'all for being here on my show. Let's be clear about it. Don't forget let me not say most Thursdays. Most Thursdays at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time, you can find Let's Be Clear About It here on my page here on at Claire D. Kohlheim on Facebook, Claire Kohlheim on YouTube, or Cole Obama on Periscope. Thank you guys for being here, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. All right, y'all. Bye-bye. Have a great day. Yes, yes.